My name is Matthew Brandner, and we did Delayed Departures. And one thing to remember the film about is we were trying to bury a body that wouldn't die.
Hi, my name is Lukman Zahoor. We made the film Snakes and Ladders. It's the one where the dice kept rolling at the end.
Hi, I'm Evelina. I'm one half of Don and Sedley, and we were the last one just there. I became a sumo wrestler.
I'm Josh, and we did Roll Initiative. It was the D&D film.
Hi, I'm Duncan from Alpaca Pictures. We did It's Not the End of the World, which was the first one about the guys in the bunker.
Hi, I'm Anish. Our film was The Great Depression.
Hi everyone, I'm Pablo, and my team's film was Draw Jenny, the one about your worst ever art therapy session.
Hi, my name's Owen, I'm the director of the Cameo crew. We did the romance that was set in the Cameo bar.
Hi, I'm Cameron. Our film was Crumbs, and to remember our film, it was the guy who had the crazy mental breakdown.
Hi, I'm Suzanne, and our film was The Sound of Music, the one where everyone sang their problems to the happiness expert.
Hi, I'm Alex from A Big Festivals Blair. I made the animation about the famous children's author who's lost in a toilet.
My name's Hamish from The Dentist, and our film was one where Philip Brown Russo turned into a cat.
So we had 3 scenes total. Our first scene was the scene at the car, which we ended up filming last. It was an issue because the third scene I get covered in fake blood, and we had to push film into the second day, and I had to scrub the entire night in order to get all the stains out of my costume. It was a very dramatic phone call with my mother. Don't worry, no, just the other side with cold water and dab it. And thankfully, I'm sure you can't tell, so my mother was very proud.
Well, this is our first one, so we didn't know how difficult this was going to be. And there was only a few of us, but the memory that was going to stick in my head is Zach was playing the psycho killer guy, making him play the game of Snakes and Ladders. And him having to jump out the window more than once, and me just directing and going, again. And then there's I think the neighbor just eyeing him up. Like, what's going on here? There's a guy trying to jump out the window and then jump back in the window. So that's the thing that's going to stick out for me.
My memorable moment was about 4 p.m. on Sunday. I said, Connor, you've got to make music, and can you please try and make it sort of sound like kabuki music? And he got the kitchen chopping boards out, and he got the bin and put a bin bag around it and started blacking it, and I thought it was brilliant. So.
I suppose the most memorable experience for myself is probably between 3 and 5 in the morning on the Sunday when I just got up off the editing chair and just thought, no, I just went to the bathroom and just went straight into the toilet because we'd had way too much Red Bull and cakes.
I don't actually know how funny it ended up being in the film, but at the start of the scene where we're all eating waffles and his fork breaks, that was not like scripted, and it happened the first take, and it would just like absolutely piss us off laughing. And then every time we did that take, I couldn't like watch the monitor, and there was like half of the crew that couldn't watch the monitor just because they found it so funny that the guy's fork was breaking. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
For our film, I don't think there was a single funniest moment. I think it was really just kind of by the end of the 48 hours, we were all so tired that even like the least funny things became the funniest things, and just magically everything ended up coming together so well, and it was a great experience.
I'm taking you guys behind the scenes a bit because there's one shot that got cut from our film that we laughed so hard at it just didn't fit. Right when the doctor is coming back in with the waffles, she comes in and she's just like, waffle time! And we had such a great time with it, but it did not make the film. So.
Something funny is I guess I've done 3 of these now, and in each one of my managers here has insisted to attack or assault another member of cast on screen, and for this one we got about 10 minutes of extra fight footage of my main actor being pummeled into the ground.
I think probably our funniest moment was when our actress Robin was hit in the face with a waffle. That's not how it was supposed to happen. She was just supposed to get hit with it, but our actor Jamie landed right on her face, and everyone was laughing. The whole crew, the flat was shaking, just like in the earthquakes in the movies. So,
I think our most fun moment, well, for me, was when the whole team sang the song to the happiness expert. So in a big circle. We did have some lip syncing issues with that in the end, but it was a fun moment of the day.
I don't really get many good anecdotes out of making an animation in front of your computer for 48 hours. But I guess the most notable moment was when I'd finished and I was like, should I submit this? Because I might get sued. And yeah, I did, so we'll see what happens.
The funniest move for us was trying to get the cat to do anything that we actually wanted it to do. We bought a very large bag of catnip and it did not work at all. We got into it and then would go very excited for like 2 minutes and then just shut down entirely. So yeah, having to deal with that, Cat as a main actor, not going to repeat that experience. So, but yeah.
Number one, was he a dentist? Why is it called the dentist?
No, that's the name of our team, is the dentist. The film was called The Happiness Machine, because he created a happiness machine.
What were the giant glass tubes?
Yes, yes.
A bunch of crap that we found lying around in my dad's storage unit. Well, basically used to work, and they're basically some old industrial light fittings that we... Big problem, spending the entire Saturday cleaning the light fittings so that we could then fit them with a bunch of fairy lights to then do the shot where all the lights kind of spark on and off. That was took a long time, and also actually building the thing. The shot there was us just building it, and then we kind of time-lapsed it to make it. It took a long time, but yeah, it was all just some general scrap that we had found, a bunch of lighting fittings that we've all kind of repurposed. So yeah. Well, yeah, they are for sale. Please do contact this man back over there. He'll overpriced, but we'll discuss the price later.
And now they're famous.
Yeah, for props as well. The cat's name is Jack. He's my favourite cat. Yeah, I wanted some more scenes with him myself, but we couldn't fit more of that into the film. Unfortunately, as I say, the whole catnip thing did not work at all. He was a bit overexcitable, so we kind of lost him by the end of the Friday.
Tightly,
Yeah.
the schedules end up.
Yeah, so...
Visual effects, the planning, and everything.
Yeah, so we did go in planning to do that VFX. We do that for all of our films, and we like to just do cool stuff on Unreal. Before we do a film, we like to sort of think of a place we might want to do. So we say, we'd like to do this one in space, this one underwater, this one, we didn't really have one for this. Well, we had certain ideas we wanted to do, but as soon as we got fantasy and single room, I can't remember who it was in the chat, it might have been Mario, just went, oh my god, it's a D&D film. It's a D&D film. And then Magnus was like, bro, and I was like, I'm not stopping the title of this. So it just sort of made the environment. I really saw some of that there, and just build out the environment reasonably quickly. And then we already knew where we'd be shooting. There'd be space we like to shoot in with the green screen. But we do have a schedule that we do for these. Build the environment first, whilst everyone comes up with a script. So it means that we just all agree, okay, are we happy for it to be in a weird, messed up, red, void town place? And then I don't have to worry about it. The guys all write the script. I don't need to know what's happening, and I just need to know that it needs built. So when they do that, I can just build the stuff. And then when we get to set, we've got the backgrounds all on Unreal Engine. We can decide what the camera angles were. It was a bit different this year because we didn't render out the backgrounds before shooting. We just decided to frame up on the day with Unreal Engine. And then after we shot, we'd render them all out and then composite them in. But it's very tight. It is very tight. Like I sleep maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours on the Sunday night. The Friday night actually wasn't that bad. Yeah, the Friday night wasn't actually that bad building it, but it was the compositing. It was really bad, just waiting for render times. And then after that, once all the VFX shots are done, I slowly feed them to Ben. He'll do an edit, and then he'll bring the edit back to me, and then I'll finish the edit off. But it was a lot harder this year for some reason, when it shouldn't have been, because we did less VFX than we normally do, lengthwise. But yeah, we did go into it knowing we'd do that. But we do have a tight schedule for it, and it's quite
That's a good question. It's corn flour and PVA glue, and what was the thing called that we found partway through the Sunday? Yeah, so basically we looked up on a Friday night how to make slime, and we were all trying to do it. Well, we weren't all trying to do it, but people were trying to do it. And then even when we were filming on the day, we were like really struggling. And then one of the guys from the bunker was like, I'll go to the shop and try and find you stuff. And he found this thing called slime activator. And I was like, why were we not getting slime activator in the first place? Like, that feels like slime 101. So yeah, that's what it was made of, PVA, corn flour, and slime activator. Yeah.
Thanks. No, it felt easier actually this year because I didn't have to train people to be in love because I taught them already. There you go.
That was another fun one. We had a ladder to the side, literally just off frame with various people up it. There was one point where we had the ladder on one side of the frame, and like it was too much of a reach, and someone went back and found this like pipe and stuck a cup to the end of the pipe, and then someone went up it and they were like spilling it everywhere. And then our camera assistant was like, why don't we just put the ladder like at the other side of the frame? And then we did that, and someone could just go up and pour out of the pole, and we were like, that was a lot easier. Literally, we spent like half an hour taping his cup to a pole and slime everywhere. But yeah, it was someone up a ladder, like leaning right on the edge of frame, sort of where the boom is, just dropping slime on. Yeah.
How much total footage of the cat is there? Do you have an estimate?
I kind of decided even before the opening event, I was like, I'm including my cat in this. So I'd already started shooting the cat a lot. So there's hours and hours of footage of the cat. There's at least a couple kind of full 20 minutes. So we tried a thing with the GoPro where we attached a sock to it and then filmed the sock with catnip so that we could get kind of a POV of the cat attacking a creature, even though it was a camera. That didn't work, but we have at least 2 full 20 minutes of that, and then lots more. So it's, yeah, we'll be, when he finally passes, we'll have a very good amount of footage for his, for whatever happens. But I love him more than anything. I never quote for that, but I have footage of him. I'll never forget it.